This is a magnificent victory for the American people. This will truly be the golden age of America. That's what we have to have.
Throughout election night, I sort of realised that the simple rhythmic beating of the MAGA Trump campaign rhetoric is incredibly powerful. I was ultimately worried, what does that mean for the world?
I'm happy that he's in, he's doing what he's doing, and he's fulfilling the promises that he said he would.
We have accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 4 years. It has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action.
We thought, second term, he's going to be great.
I think it probably has been a little bit chaotic.
And we are just getting started.
Hello, I'm Cayman Gock, outside the West Wing of the White House. I'm the ABC's Washington correspondent, and like the many, many Australians living and working here, I've been watching as the Trump presidency has taken off with astonishing speed and ferocity. Last year, as the election campaign was in full swing, Foreign Correspondent met with some of those Australians who now call the US home. Some were preparing to vote, while others were weighing up whether to leave. Given how momentous these first months have been, we've decided to find out how people are feeling now. Some we talked to last time, while others we've met along the way to explore how they feel about Trump's America.
Yours, Jay, yours. Right on, Jay.
Yeah, Maury.
Oh, yeah, good more, Bill. Good tackle, Jay Lice.
Will come, just a quick one.
A lot of new blood in that middle. You guys been doing a fucking great job. Get him in the plum.
I'm president of the North Texas Devils Australian Rules Football Club. We're here in Austin to play the Texas Cup against Austin Crows and Houston Lone Stars.
Oh, you are fucking kidding me. Jesus.
We're part of the USAFL. There's 48 clubs in the US. So you can see on the field there's a bit of a difference between their players and our players as well. I think we've done really well today.
Tim, forward, half forward flank.
I'm from Melbourne, but America's really home for us and the family.
Oh, he's in the back.
My wife Jenny and I moved here 22 years ago.
Shit.
We moved here with our 2 daughters. We've got a floor covering business. The opportunity was to grow the business in the US, and we've turned this into a multi-million-dollar business that is well recognised within the industry. The one thing I've learned about here, religion, politics, people don't talk about too much. I'm naturally a Conservative voter, so I would have been a coalition voter in Australia, so a Republican voter here.
My fellow Americans, this is Liberation Day. I'm waiting for a long time. In a few moments, I will sign a historic executive order instituting reciprocal tariffs on countries throughout the world. It's our declaration of economic independence.
Like there's plenty of empty spots where these containers can come into. And we're in the Dallas warehouse. So here there's probably $10 million worth of stock sitting in the warehouse. I think the Republican Party offers a better economic environment than what I believe the Democrat Party do. But personally, I'm against having high tariffs. We've been through this back in 2018. There was tariffs put on Chinese products. We had to pivot and find other alternatives, so we chose Vietnam. There's been an increase in tariff on Vietnam. I think everyone got a bit of a shock when it was upwards in the multiple high digits. Ultimately, the consumer will pay for it because it'll be passed on from us through the trade, through to the consumer. If I had to vote again today, nothing would change in my mind. I would still vote Republican. Whether everything's right, I'm not sure, and time will tell, and history will judge us all on that. Howdy.
Hey there, dear. Kathy and Dave are on their way around in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yes, I voted Republican. Do I regret that now? I don't know. Obviously, people in America, including myself, needed some change. Not much went on in the last 4 years. So now we're hoping to see improvement. There's some things that I'm not overly comfortable with. The border control is improving, but there's certain instances where people have been deported and we're not really sure if they've been given due process. I don't know enough about it to have an intelligent conversation with someone about it, but I know enough that it doesn't seem like it's the right thing that's happening. The tariffs, we're not really sure how that's going to work. You know, with his business, how do you run a small business in this country right now? You can't.
It's difficult.
You know, and this is from a very personal situation, but our daughter's getting married next year. Like, we have a budget, but we have no idea what that's going to look like in 6 months' time. It's kind of a little frustrating because we thought second term, he's going to be great, but it's not heading in the direction that we originally thought it would. Wait and see.
I think it'd just be nice to have some certainty. I think that's the real thing that people want.
We just don't know which side of the bed he's going to wake up on.
This is the best, they say, 100-day start of any president in history. In 100 days, I've taken more than 1,000 executive actions. And above all, we're saving the American dream. We're making America great again, and it's happening fast, too.
I'm from Adelaide, South Australia, and I've been living in the United States now for almost 8.5 years. So my business, throughout the last 7-8 years of running America Josh, we've seen that doesn't only now help people move to the States, but it's supporting the people that are already here. So I moderate the Australians in America groups online. There's always questions about bread. Where to find fresh bread and bread that doesn't have too much sugar in it. It's one of the top questions for Aussies arriving in the US. But we are seeing a shift in focus. We've seen people go from being very excited to move to the United States to more asking questions about, is it safe and should I still be considering it or should I wait? And generally my answer is, no. But as we headed into the election, it felt like there was this air that when Trump came into power, you wouldn't be as free to express an opposition opinion. I think we saw very effectively that was exactly what the Trump administration wanted to do. The impact on the courts is the most worrying for me. The fact that we have seen rulings in the recent months that suggest that the president can act like a king goes against exactly what most modern democracies want to ensure. Every week we meet on Friday at 10:30 for coffee with new friends, and this week we're in Central Park, right in the centre of Manhattan. Hi, Sarah. Good to meet you. This is Lizzie.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Wow. I think the circus is back in town, unfortunately. There's a general sense that anxiousness that was there in the first term of Mr. Trump, it's definitely sort of come back into my neighbourhood.
I don't know. I mean, I am scared as a green card holder. Being in New York and having a green card was a very peaceful state of mind for many years. Now that Trump's back in, I've got no idea.
There's certain things you don't want to say.
I know.
Because of the bigger picture of
Yeah.
everything.
It is. It's scary because you feel like you're monitored. You feel like, no matter what you say or if you type something, am I going to get, pulled up at the border or next time I come back into the country?
Thanks, everyone. Good to see you. I'm actually going, so good to see you.
We bought a house in Jersey City. It's been about 3 months, and we're settled in. We have baby boy coming in December, 2 boys. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a concern about, I think what the future holds.
Danny broke.
But for now, we're not going anywhere, so it's kind of just how do we make it work?
So I've decided to become a citizen of the United States, a dual citizen with Australia, because I realised that green card that I currently hold, my permanent residency in the United States, doesn't have the safety around being allowed to stay as a citizen does.
It's so hot,
I want to make sure that my family is safely all in one place.
Hold on, I'm trying to work out how to get you a place and not burn your face off.
I personally want to become more involved in politics, and I think becoming a citizen also leads me to have the ability to do that.
Look, we're about to have lots of bubbles.
I'm now curious, if we get to another election in 4 years, what does the country look like? Does the country revert back dramatically and flip back to something completely the opposite? Or do we see that this is okay now? That's my biggest worry, is if we keep pushing further and further in one direction, are we going to find it too hard to find our way back?
We're going to make official the greatest victory yet when I signed the one big, beautiful bill. After this kicks in, our country is going to be a rocket ship economically, and we've delivered no tax on tips, no tax on overtime.
Every single day of my administration will continue to live by the motto, promises made, and you've seen it before, promises kept.
I think Trump's more real than other presidents in the past. His business mind appeals to me because that helps with the economy. I'm happy that he's doing what he's doing, and he's fulfilling the promises that he said he would. So I'm from country New South Wales in the Riverina, and I met my husband on TikTok. So he's a Houston local.
So tonight we've got Blacklight Jello Wrestling.
We were hoping that after the election that business would pick up, and it did, and it was pretty instant. Our sales have increased. We've set records every month. It seemed to be as soon as Trump got re-elected, people started to relax and they started to spend more, and yeah.
He's good for small business. I know that.
Great for small business.
At least our business.
Our business, yeah.
We got Miss Vixen in the blue headgear and the pink. And we have Miss Fonda Cox, aka Ashlyn, in the whatever this is with the white and the red.
With any new president, I guess there's always things that you have to fine-tune and readjust.
Red, are you ready? Blue, are you ready? And fight! Who's coming in first? It's going to take time for these other things to go into effect, like next year. No tax on tips. That's huge for our staff, you know what I mean? So people got to remember that, you know? Even God didn't make the world in a day. It took him 7.
Oh, he's gonna get it. Oh, she got it.
We have kind of a rule that we don't talk politics in the bar.
It gets quite heated. It doesn't feel as divided as it's been. It's been more, we'll say 75% in favor. There's still that 25% that's not, and it does not matter what happens, they'll never be on board.
Yeah,
they'll never be on board.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter.
Bullseye. Damn, below bullseye.
I didn't vote for Trump either, but I'm for Trump, regardless, because everything he said he was gonna do, he's doing it. Whether we like it or not, he's doing it.
He's a good change that everybody needs. It's going to make a big difference. We don't have to pay taxes on tips anymore because I'm a bartender, so that's how I, make my earnings.
Fuck Trump. Fuck Trump, man.
We live in a RV resort, about 10 minutes away, so we're pretty close. How do I feel about my future in America? Well,
Limited if you don't answer right.
Well, full of opportunity because, like I've said before, there is more opportunity here than Australia, I feel.
Hey, you gonna be famous if you don't hurry the hell up and get out of here.
Before the election, I was more concerned about civil war popping off, and I still feel that we're there as what you're seeing happen in California right now, where people are protesting to stay in the country, that are waving a foreign flag and then demonstrating violence.
Tonight, 700 Marines are on their way to the streets of Los Angeles to assist the National Guard and law enforcement tamp down violent clashes with protesters angry over the Trump administration's immigration policies and arrests.
These people are here illegally. It's disrespectful completely to my wife and her process of how we went through the system the right way. It's as easy as paying the money and showing up when they tell you to show up. And everybody's...
Fill out the forms, submit the forms. They take you through every step. You can escape still for a better life, but you can do it the right way. So the future of America with the presidency that's in, especially with J.D. Vance being vice president, I really admire him. I think he's great. So if he's to come along next, I'd be really happy with that. I think that'd be a good step forward for the future of America, and yeah, I'd be happy.
Within hours of taking the oath of office, I declared a national emergency on our southern border, and I deployed the U.S. military and Border Patrol to repel the invasion of our country. It is only common sense that we will begin the largest deportation operation in American history. We have one.
So I moved to Philadelphia about 18 months ago in October 2023. I've always wanted to live and work overseas, and so it was kind of like a perfect opportunity to do that. I decided to stay, and I'm still here, and I'm kind of loving it. But the election was a super scary time.
I don't know, everything feels a little bit more kind of tense, right? It's raise the stakes of everything. It's a lot harder to just enjoy the day-to-day.
It's not surprising to me that Trump won that election at all. Trump fed into this fear that white America is disappearing with the diversity of people from different cultures, different places coming here. One of the things that I spoke about being a woman in the US, because it was such a big thing in Kamala's campaign, and then I kind of feel like it's dropped off the radar completely. Reproductive rights is fallen by the wayside. It's also not a concern for anyone in his office, right? As far as J.D. Vance is concerned, what he wants is women to have more children. this current Epstein file things is just like, oh my God. We already know! Why are you voting to not release files that don't exist? We already know. I remember talking about xenophobia and how I felt that Trump being re-elected would probably give more license to people that had those inklings for them to like act on them. And obviously what we've seen is pretty horrific. We're constantly seeing stories about ICE like detaining people. Mental. I think one of the things that surprises me the most is how much it's happening in broad daylight. Do you know what I mean?
Well, because there's a lot of people that find joy in it.
Yes.
A lot of people that
Sick. It's
are
sick.
excited and like cheering them on.
Anyone
it is
like
sick. I don't know what I would do in that moment if I like was watching someone get taken.
Well, I mean, like on a visa, I don't think that I would be brave enough unless they wanted to take me with them. You know what I mean? Like, that's a legitimate, and I'm sure for you as well, like that's a legitimate fear. I believe the experience of race in this country is totally different to the experience of race in Australia. And I'm saying that as someone that's biracial and has experienced racial-based aggression in Australia. My boyfriend is black. He's black Puerto Rican, and he's amazing. So I broke up with my ex-boyfriend in April, I think, which was like 6 months after I got here. And then I met my current boyfriend in like 6 months later, which felt very fast, actually. But he's really great. He's great. Meeting Anthony has changed my understanding of race in this country. I think I have a good understanding of my own racial identity as a Vietnamese Australian woman, but I don't walk into a space and assess how many other people of colour are there.
Can we get a table for two?
He constantly assesses in a room that he walks into how many other black people are in the room, whether it's a white-dominated space, whether he feels safe in that space.
Thank you.
It's really like blown my mind to think about that in a different way.
Yum, yum, yum.
Meeting someone over here has definitely, I guess, shifted my timeline. And I'm not gonna leave in the next 6 months.
Here, mama. Would you come to the bar and sing? You could be the mascot. I put a picture of your face right on the front.
I find it's like a daily, if not weekly, if not monthly, like mindset shift for me to like push it back to, okay, what does America have to offer that I can't get back home? And yeah, it's kind of like a constant living in both worlds.
We're just gonna hold you and put a bucket out and we'll busk.
Yeah, you can be a little busking talent. But the fact that the polls still suggest that 6 months into his presidency, Trump would still be re-elected, I think that says less about Trump than it does about who is up against him, honestly. Where are the Democrats in all of this? Who is the main person that we can get behind in terms of like someone to oppose or speak up against Trump? If they continue to lose, the Republicans will change the face of democracy in this country to whatever suits them.
Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my freedom and indeed to take my life. But I felt then and believe even more so now that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again.
Texas, let me hear from you on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Yeehaw!
We're in the Cowtown Coliseum. It was built in 1908. It was the home of the first ever indoor rodeo. I grew up in Claremont, Queensland, Australia. I now live in Fort Worth, Texas. I've been here for 46 years. Half the time people will go, "You're from Australia?" "Yeah, I'm Dinky Di." I just don't sound like it. I came over here in 1980. I was your typical 20-year-old Aussie kid. I'd saved $5,000. I was chasing a dream. My nickname was the Lone Root. In my heyday, when I was kind of making my way up the ladder, I climbed down in those bucking chutes many a night and tried to make some money.
This young Australian cowboy is showing the Yanks how, boy, he's looking great.
I was lucky enough to become the first ever Australian to win a world championship in the PRCA, and I did that in 1988.
He's on the horse of the year. Kingsway's Gold. They voted the horse the bareback of the year.
So I was very blessed. Fort Worth's been all about keeping its Western culture and the way the West was. America's been great to me. So my honest thing is this country's finally getting back on track. I'm a firm believer that Trump was sent here by divine intervention because he is the true American patriot. To be shot at once and almost die, and he still comes back and he's not afraid of it, Lord have mercy. So yeah, I guess I'm a rabid meat-eating MAGA, yeah, and I'm not afraid of it.
So I came over here in '86, and David, I think, was over here in '80. We've been good mates for, years and years and years. There you are.
Hey, mate, how are you? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Everything good?
Everything's great. You?
I love it. Just hanging out. So how's your world been?
Well, the tariffs have hit my business as well. The lower end space, 25 million and under, has come to a grinding halt. How about you?
Horse business is good. Doing a lot of TV shows. Oil business is a bit of a challenge, with prices coming down. It's kind of made the service side a little challenge. After I won the world championship, I ended up getting into the energy business. We make more money under a Democrat than we do under a Republican. And right now, oil prices are down for us. It's tougher for us in the business. But everyone's circled back with us and trying to say, hey, can you drop your prices? And of course, at the same time, we're dealing with the tariff thing. All of our steel that makes our strings is coming from China. So we're getting whacked with tariffs on that side. And I laughed at half of them. I said, go down, bloody hell, I'm going up. Come on down, gentlemen. You're not bothering nothing. But, Trump specializes in drama, without a doubt. I tell you. He's not afraid to say what he wants to say and do, and he's not afraid to say something outlandish to get everybody in there. Look what he did on the tariff thing. The world goes nuts. Within 3 weeks, there's a train line of foreign countries rolling into America to sit down to cut a trade deal. Okay. What's he want? He wants a balanced, fair trade. What's wrong with that?
Old mate's still cutting him around.
Yeah, he is.
You and I don't talk politics a lot, and I think we just, for us, we just
shopping business.
And we've been blessed to be here in this state and in this country, right?
Yeah.
And it's a privilege to be here. It's a privilege to be Australian, and I think, America's best years are always in front of it.
Morning, what's going on? How you doing, sir? I think the way the people in the country voted, they made a resounding announcement to everybody on all sides of the aisle. We want to see law and order. Quit having all this stupid wokeism, because since when does a criminal or an illegal have a greater right than an American? Common sense. And that's what, to me, that's what Trump's trying to do. Here she comes this way. So anybody that's a critic, I simply stand back and say he's got a track record and he plans to do it better this time because, quite frankly, we want the American dream, what this country was founded on. And that's, I think, what's going to take place under this regime, and I hope in the next 8 years after Trump, under J.D. Vance.
Our golden age has only just begun. Together, we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again.